welcome to episode 19 of BRB Geek Speak, your place for all your nerdy needs on BigRebel.com. I am your host Lauren, and with me as always is the beautiful Baroness of Butts, the Lady Buttington herself, Alex.
Hey, I got another title! Yay! Buttington, that's new. I quite like it though. I like lady in front of it too. Makes me feel all sophisticated and stuff, which I'm not.
She says sipping Bulmers.
Shh! We're not supposed to talk about that.
Should be drinking Pims like me.
We're not supposed to talk about that either.
Yeah, and lager. And speaking of classy, I don't know.
Speaking of butt.
The positively positive Pokemonica.
What?
I don't know. I was trying to think of P words, and I just thought...
I want to go, this was lame, but if I'm positive, so that was great!
Okay, so let's kick off with something we've been discussing. This is why I'm lisping and drinking as well. We have our weird find of the week, which comes to us courtesy of Coleman. It's not that weird, but it is a tongue twister, which I've only managed to do once, and I put this down to the fact that I roll my R's. I'm Welsh. Doesn't come through in my accent usually because I have trained myself to tone it down. But yes, so who would like to have a go at this first off? I know, Monica, you are proficient at this.
Can I just explain why this is weird? This is weird because I got on Twitter and I say, dear listeners, dear wonderful, amazing listeners, please ask us questions to discuss on the podcast. And this weirdo comes up with tongue twisters and puzzles about foxes and chickens.
You realise he's our editor, right?
This lovely weirdo.
I mean, I love you and everything, Coleman, but come on. I say weirdo in a very loving, caring,
encouraging
to edit me nicely way.
We're all weirdos here.
Yeah,
so
that's okay.
Yeah, so we've discussed a few different tongue twisters, also tongue twisters from different languages as well. But I think we should start with the OG that we've been given.
Yeah.
And do you want me to kick this off?
Yeah, I want to hear you say it.
Feel free to laugh. One smart fellow, he felt smart. Two smart fellows, they felt smart. Three smart fellows, they felt smart, and they all felt smart together.
Hey, you did great.
Yes, I did it. Oh my god, I'm so happy.
But can you do it faster?
No. No, because as soon as I get to 3, I can do 1 and 2 fine, but as soon as I get to 3, because I go 3 and roll my R's a bit, it goes completely wrong.
You know that, like, the two of us from Eastern Europe are like, yeah, that's super cute how you worry about rolling your R's.
Look, I can't even pronounce my R's. I seriously went to someone when I was a child to try to fix my R pronunciations because I don't pronounce them properly. I still don't. I mean, I know how to, but I ignore that.
Oh, fair enough.
Okay, so it's your turn now, then Alex.
But I'm not a smart person or a fella, so can I just skip?
You are a smart person, you're my fella, and if not, you are a fart smeller, so it's fine. Since you love your butts, it works out.
Yeah, that is true. That just comes with the territory. Okay. One smart fella, he felt smart. Two smart fellows, they felt smart. Three smart fellows, they felt smart, and they all felt smart together.
Yay.
You did it!
Yay!
I think I'm pretty sure you did.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh.
So this is quite an easy one.
Okay, go.
There's no seashells.
Okay, then Mom, now you have to go faster than me, though.
One smart fellow, he felt smart. Two smart fellows, they felt smart. Three smart fellows, they felt smart, and they all smell fart.
Okay, I just pinged straight off the thing. I was too loud there. Yes.
And they all felt smart together.
You were so cocky.
I really was. Well, it didn't help that I was also drinking wine. Like, I just sipped wine. And they all felt smart together.
Oh.
I can do the other ones. I've practiced the other ones.
Okay, so Alex, you have one in Russian. Do you want to give us that?
Okay, because then one has to do the same one in Romanian.
Yeah,
I did it twice before we started recording, so now I'm bound to f*** it up.
Yeah, I know mine too.
Okay, this is about a guy whose name is Greka. He was traveling past the river and he saw a crab, so he put his hand into the river.
His hand, eh?
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Confused me there for a second. So he put his hand into the river and then the crab caught him. Okay, so that's the story behind the thing. And here it is.
So the crab caught him and he didn't catch crabs?
No. It was the other way around in this story. Because it's, for kids, Lauren.
Crabs
the teacher.
caught human.
Yeah, it's a lesson.
Okay.
Don't catch crabs.
Ехал Грека через реку, видит Грека в реке рак. Сунул Грека руку в реку, рак за руку Греку цап. See, I only messed it up once.
I have no idea what that meant.
Okay.
I know you tell the story, but I don't know.
That's fine. Mon?
Yeah.
It's like you were speaking another language or something.
Yeah. My version's about a goat that jumps over a rock, and then the rock breaks, and then the goat's head breaks.
Okay.
Because
So goat death.
Yeah, it's really weird. Like, the rock breaks into 4, and then the final bit is like, may the goat's head break, like the rock. This is from, like, very early in my childhood. I may have got it completely wrong, but I think this is how it goes. So it's, capra sare piatra, piatra crapă în patru, să crape capul caprei cum a crăpat piatra în patru. Yeah.
Well, I like the timbre of it, and it had a nice little jig to it.
It's really grim. It's no seashells.
Sounds bouncy.
And that's
bouncy
your
like
lesson
a goat.
for today, kids.
Yeah. Don't skip goats or crabs. They are both terrible animals.
And if you want to do well in tongue twisters, drink some alcohol. It helps.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Cheers.
I want to try the stupid Peter Piper. Because I don't have it written in front of me.
Okay,
so
go the Peter Piper. You really wanted to do it. Go.
Let's go. So, Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. A peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked. If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers... How does the last line go? A peck of pickled peppers Peter Piper picked?
I have no idea.
I will trust you on this, because I don't know.
Yay, Monica wins.
Yay!
Give Monica a cookie.
Screw you, Coleman. Yeah, with your lorries and your reds and...
You know he can do that straight off, right?
I can do that too. Red lorry, yellow lorry, red lorry, yellow lorry, red lorry,
No, the
yellow
Peter
lorry.
Pipers.
Yeah, I can do that too. I was
Lauren,
looking at
please
it.
don't encourage her. This twist
Anyway.
of
Speaking-
Coleman is taking a new direction.
It's not even my native tongue, okay?
Okay, so speaking of winning, some sort of a segue there.
Yeah.
Tales from the Borderlands episode 5 came out last week. I'm using winning as in a loose sense because I don't feel like I'm winning because I don't get any more of them now. And there was lots of sad things happening and really Telltale kind of crushed my heart several times to bring it back and then start to crush it again and then bring it back. It's like, you douchebags, why are you toying with my emotions so much? But, it's absolutely epic. I told you, well, since the time with the cute issue, Gortys is still cute, but she's giant now.
Mm-hmm.
She's absolutely huge, and I still love her. And you find out who is the mystery traveler who's causing the narration to start. So at the start of the very first episode, our two heroes, the two characters that you actually control, are captured by an unknown hunter. And you find out who that is. You also get to create your own group of Vault Hunters to defeat this Vault of the Traveler. You actually defeat the Traveler from the Vault. And it's absolutely epic and awesome. And I am really sad that it's over. And I do intend to replay the entire thing several times. And I'm thinking of actually just getting it again on the Xbox One, because I played it on the PS4, just so I can play it during Extra Life.
Can I just ask, if I haven't played any of the Borderlands, will I still enjoy the Tales from the Borderlands?
Yeah, absolutely. Coleman hasn't played Borderlands really. He's just watched me play, and he enjoyed it. You won't get as emotionally connected to some of the characters because there's a few characters that die and I was actually in tears because I love them so much. You know what I'm like with Borderlands. I love that.
I really like that game. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love it. Kev actually told me off. He was like, oh, how can you not like first-person shooters so much? You're like the only person that loves Borderlands more than me. It's like, well, it's just Borderlands, isn't it? I freaking love that game. I need all the guns ever. But it is really good fun. The story is outside of the normal universe. You do get some crossovers from some of the main Vault Hunters and other characters, but again, it's completely new storyline. You control new characters, it's new situations, and it's just fun. If you like the Telltale engine and the Telltale kind of games, it's a really nice version of those, and the whole Borderlands element of it is just, it really creates a lot of humor. It's really funny, really moving, lots of action, lots of stuff you have to do and puzzles to work out. And there's actually things that affect your entire game. So I didn't realize that if I didn't save up my money until the end, it would affect what Vault Hunters I could get. And certain decisions with certain people during the game would also affect my choice of Vault Hunters. So in the end, I only you need to choose 3 Vault Hunters. There was about 6 or 7 different choices, but I only had 3 available to me.
What do you do with the Vault Hunters after?
They're the ones that help you with the final battle against the Traveler itself. So you have your team of 4, because Vault Hunters are always in teams of 4. So you have your 2 leads, because you switch between those. One of their best friends and one of their sisters. So that's your first team of 4. And then your second team of 4 is led by Loaderbot, who's awesome. And then you need 3 more Vault Hunters, and you get to pick those based on who you've interacted with, how your relationships unfurled, and how much money you have. So it is really, really fun. Really, really awesome. I want more. Please make more. I'm begging. Please make more.
I was just actually reading today Dearmit's review of the episode 5, and he is saying that it's his contender for Game of the Year.
Oh, mine too. I love it so much. It's amazing. Admittedly, episode 1 came out last November, so it's been a long slog. It wasn't meant to take this long to get all the episodes out, but it's been worth it. They have some of the best set pieces. You have a bit of a prologue before you get to the opening credits, but their opening credits are amazing. There's an amazing use of music in them, and they're just so emotive. Like, you're just watching these opening cinematics, and you feel really involved with the characters. It's fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. I think the best opening cinematic was from episode 4. That was absolutely fantastic. That had me laughing so much, and then in the next instant, it made me cry.
Aw.
Yeah.
Feels. I know something about games and feels, so I sympathize.
Yeah, it hits me right in the feels, Borderlands. I love it so much. And I was trying to see if I could get Borderlands 1 on Xbone, but they haven't remade it yet for it. That's the one I haven't played, Borderlands 1. I know it's a bit stupid, but hey. And I thought, that'd be great for Extra Life. I can just play the entirety of Borderlands 1. That would be brilliant, but it's not there.
Well, not even on the...
It's on 360 and PS3, but I can't stream from them, unfortunately. So I'm on the Xbone, but I might just buy Tales from the Borderland and play it again. And just mission all 5 episodes, because that would be awesome.
Well, they aren't very long. I mean, they'll probably take you about 5 to 6 hours?
I think they're about 2 hours each, so it'll be about 10 hours.
Well,
they're substantial, they're decent size. Because I played it last week, and I think... Yeah, I played it after parents' evening last week. Came home, and I started about 9, and I finished about 11:30, I think, and that was episode 5. I think that's the longest one.
I'm still yet to finish Game of Thrones Telltale thing.
Have they released all the episodes yet?
Oh, they finished ages ago. I'm just like, it's on Xbox, and I can't be bothered. Well, it's not that I can't be bothered because it's an Xbox. I can't be bothered because it's Game of Thrones, and I'm in a very Game of Thrones I can't be bothered for you thing at the moment.
Oh yeah, you did mention that a while ago, didn't you? You're kind of in a lull with it.
Yeah.
You got fatigue.
There's actually still downloading a lot of Game of Thrones podcasts because I have like 4 different ones when the time was when I was crazy about it. And sometimes there's one spoiler podcast that does all the crazy news from the set. And it gets so ridiculous sometimes. Oh, this person, do you think this person was in the costume? Well, I'm not sure, but this could be street clothes, or this could be costume. But then they were showing him a script, so they might be back, or they might not be back. And I'm sitting there like,
what?
Oh, good God, guys, just wait.
Just calm your tits.
Calm down. It's fine. Kit Harington did not cut his hair. Whatever that means.
He might just like his hair long.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a whole conspiracy with Kit Harington's hair that I just cannot be bothered to participate in.
I didn't even know these kinds of podcasts existed.
Oh
yeah, there's plenty of those.
No, trust me, this Game of Thrones podcasts are very, very popular because, well, A, there's a lot of lore that some people need help with remembering or explaining or connecting the dots. B, they're
That's
just
fair enough.
popular because
Yeah.
Game of Thrones is popular.
Yeah.
And they're good podcasts. I'm not saying anything bad. They're really good podcasts. I enjoy listening to them.
Speaking of popular things, a big game came out last Friday. Assassin's Creed Syndicate.
Not Victorino, because that's what
No.
PS4 is saying to me.
Really?
What?
I was looking the other.
Yeah, I was wondering what that was in the agenda.
Yeah, I was looking the other day, and it was like, oh, Chris Coleman played Assassin's Creed Victory. I'm like, oh, PS4, you're so behind.
What?
Yep, it's literally what it says on my social wall.
Feed
Yep,
thing.
that thing.
Yeah, I went to the launch party at Loading last week because I thought it'd be like the one for
Unity?
Yeah, that's the one last year. Because that was really fun. There was cake and stuff and things. And it was a good giggle. This year there was none of that. There was 2 screens playing the game, and then there was another one playing Black Flag. There's a few people in cosplay. The bar looked really, really nice. It was in Loading Bar in Dalston, London. So it was... The bar was absolutely beautiful, decked out lovely, had more of those barrels.
No,
no
no more barrels.
See, I'm glad that we didn't come there because we'll probably end up with 2 more barrels.
Yeah, I asked Lucy, like, what are you going to do with the barrels? She goes, take them. Just take them.
What are you going to do with some crappy barrels?
Well, Tim likes barrels.
Literally, you give
didn't
Tim
guess.
anything barrel-shaped, he'll love you.
Well, like, I guess all the future Christmases
last year
are good.
at EGX he kept going around. Last year at EGX he kept going around giving out those barrel chewing gums.
Mm.
They were weird. Yeah. So it wasn't really very good. There didn't seem to be many representatives from Ubisoft there, but apparently they had an official launch party the night before for the VIP one, so they didn't really bother with the next day.
Oh, that's a shame.
pity.
Yeah, because it was a ticketed event, but there was no one on the door.
Well, the tickets were free, though.
Yeah, but so was last year, remember? And you still had to ticket and you have a ticket, and you got a wristband to get in and out. There's none of that. It's just like going to loading.
But, hey, seems that Syndicate is better off than Unity, so maybe yay better game and worse party?
Yeah, seems that way. I haven't actually played it. I've seen a bit being played, and yeah, it seems pretty good. Story's a bit interesting. I like the female assassin better than the male because she seems sassy.
She's really cool.
She's meant to be quite cool. As like a cool lady character.
Well, I think I'm gonna talk about Assassin's Creed more because I'm only 17% into the story, so I haven't really played. I've only played for 2 days, but the first day
Only.
well, not full days, but I've only played 2 days out of my weekend or whatever. But the first day I really, really enjoyed it, and the only one thing I will say about it straight off the bat is that while many think that having the grappling line or grappling hook or whatever to move around London is like cheating to climbing, London is huge. If you don't use that thing, it's gonna take you forever to get to places.
And I was looking at the map. It's not even all of London. It's like Whitechapel, Southwark, Lambeth, Central, and somewhere else.
But that's enough.
But that's still huge.
That's huge.
I've walked around there.
Well,
it's massive.
There's no Wandsworth. I'm not playing this game.
Maybe there is. There's a bunch of there is. But
there's no Hackney. I'm surprised there's no Hackney.
Yeah, why would they have a Hackney in?
I'm a Hackney geezer. I don't know.
Well, maybe, it
Apple
opens
pears.
more. Yeah,
Maybe.
So the grappling line hook, whatever the proper
Thing.
name is for this device.
They're like a repel something. What is it called?
No, I think it's called the grappling line. I'm just being stupid. But it is a necessity. And driving horse carts. It's also gets you places quite faster, which I've realized.
And I like that they've changed the hay bales into piles of leaves.
Yeah, I saw that.
There's still hay bales.
Yeah, but
I
there's
saw
a bunch of piles of leaves.
piles of leaves, and it's like, oh, that makes more sense for London.
Yeah.
It can't be Assassin's Creed without hay bales, please. Need hay bales in my life.
London is famous for its piles of leaves and the fact that the trains just seem to die whenever they start to gather.
Yeah.
My favorite t-shirt that Tim has is a t-shirt of a hay bale with a little assassin sitting on it, and it says, "Careful, may contain assassins." And I like that t-shirt a lot.
That's kind of sweet.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay, but that's Assassin's Creed. And I'll get back to you with more when I actually play it more. Because so far it's fun.
Speaking of things we haven't really delved much into, at least 2 of us, Monica, what do you want to talk to us about? Segwayed.
Doctor Who?
Doctor Who?
Is that what I'm meant to be talking about?
Yes, Doctor Who. That's
Yes.
the one.
You
know the thing on the agenda that's next?
You know
I know,
that
but
blue
it was
thing
nice
that's for you?
because there were other things in between and they got me confused.
No, but that would require me talking more.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I don't mind. Yeah, no, I've been watching it with the the beta husband. Is that how you call it?
Yep.
Yeah, better husband. Yeah, Peter husband.
Beta husband.
Well,
Yeah, this is the.
am I allowed? Well, cut this out if I'm not allowed to say it. But isn't your beta husband a published author of Doctor Who?
He is.
Mm-hmm.
You're allowed to say it. He's not published for a while, but yeah, he's published several books and audiobooks.
Ooh.
Ooh.
You can look him up. His name is Ollie Smith.
Ooh.
Author of
Buy his book.
Plug.
yeah, buy his books. I think you can still find them somewhere.
Buy my book. Sorry, that was John
I don't
Brady.
know. No, they're good. I've read Well, I've read all the ones to read, and I've listened to one of the audiobooks. I need to listen to the other audiobook as well. The Nuclear Time is my favourite.
Okay.
It's about cool things. Yeah, no, he loves his Doctor Who.
So why should we watch Doctor Who?
Because actually, this new season is really good. Clara's been less annoying. She's still fairly annoying, but there's been rumours.
Is that the
and things
companion?
she's
That's the only thing I know.
Yeah.
Like, there is a doctor and then there's a companion.
Yeah.
Wasn't she a Dalek?
She was in the old series, but we're not talking about that.
What?
Apparently.
Okay, because the last time I watched it properly was when David Tennant, because David Tennant's awesome, and he's going to be in the new Jessica Jones series on Netflix,
Yeah,
which I'm really looking forward to.
Catherine
But I
Tate,
watched it.
isn't it? Oh no, that was something else.
Yeah, and I'm looking forward. No, I watched a few of the Matt Smith ones, but he annoyed me because his eyebrows confused me. Yeah,
That is
seriously.
the bizarre thing to pick on. His eyebrows. They were confusing. It's not.
His forehead confuses
It's not like
me.
they were bushy or ugly or weird. They were confusing.
Eyebrows.
Yeah, they confuse me.
Lauren doesn't like eyebrows.
And then I just kind of went off it. I haven't really tried it since.
No, Peter Capaldi's a really, really fun Doctor.
How much does he swear?
He doesn't. I don't know.
Peter Capaldi not swearing? Oh, sorry.
I know
this
I
is
don't
old
think he's
news.
allowed.
but-
I know. I don't think he's allowed to swear in this one.
Yeah, that's fair enough. It's meant to be like family friendly, isn't it?
The stories have been really cool, and in the latest 2 episodes, there's been what's her face, Arya from Game of Thrones.
Maisie Williams.
Yeah, Maisie Williams has been in the last 2 episodes, and she was really, really good. They were really fun episodes.
Is she
Like,
still
the stories
Arya? Do you
feel
look at her
fair.
and think, oh my god,
Yeah.
that's Arya?
Yeah, because she still looks exactly the same.
Yeah, but does she act the same?
Well, I don't know. I've only watched season 1 of
Oh
Game
yeah,
of
oh
Thrones.
sorry, I forgot you don't watch Game of Thrones. Oh, sorry.
So I can only vaguely remember, and I know what she's meant to be like from the books. But yeah, she's quite like that.
No, sorry, I forgot you don't watch it, so... That's
That's
an
okay.
unfair question.
That's okay. She's similar, yeah, possibly. But the stories are good fun, and they actually feel like they're a bit more weighty. They're a bit, I don't know. Some of the other ones sometimes felt really inconsequential, and just well, let's go space adventure, and then nothing really happens, and then love saves the day, and there's none of that right now. It feels like there's actual consequences, but they've been getting a lot more interesting and a lot more fun to watch, and I've been enjoying them a lot more because I've been made to watch a lot of the old ones, and they're just so much better. I really like the old Doctors more.
Okay, explain this to me, please, because I know, from my understanding, there was Doctors long time ago, and I know this is terribly interesting for everyone who grew up in UK and watched Doctor Who. I apologize in advance. But there were Doctors long time ago, and then they stopped, and then there was Christopher Eccleston, and that's when they started again?
Yeah, there was a revival. Yeah, it got taken off the air. I am not the right person to ask as to the how and whys. There are many fans who will explain to you. But yeah, it was off the air for quite a long time, and then it went through a really big revival, and it's still going quite strong today. So there was Eccleston, and then there was
Tennant. Excellent Tennant, Matt Smith, and Capaldi.
When did the Eccleston one started airing? Which year?
Oh, that was mid-noughties, wasn't it?
Yeah, something like that.
Okay.
He had some fairly cool episodes.
I really like Christopher Eccleston. I have a lot of love for that guy.
Yeah, but he's good. But just some of the old ones, oh my god, my brain is not working tonight.
Maybe that's the wine. She says, well, she sips that drink that I'm not supposed to name.
Are you trying to think of the Doctors?
Yes.
Like Baker?
Yes, Tom Baker.
Tom Baker.
Oh, it's terrible. I'm gonna get divorced. I'm gonna get dumped now.
Yeah, so Christopher Eccleston was 2005
Yeah.
to 2005. He was there for 1 season.
Okay, because I am fairly... Okay, remember that time where I watched Torchwood because that guy from Torchwood was voicing Solus, and I was all about Torchwood?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this is gonna sound horrible on my knowledge of the geekdom, so don't kill me with spikes, but
That's fine.
I thought that the Torchwood started before Doctor Who's, but it was supposed to be like a little teaser, because at some point during the series, I think after first season, they had Doctor's hand or something in the jar, and then it went live, and then John Barrowman, aka Jack from the series, the main guy, went off adventuring with the Doctor, and that was the big reveal for that TV show that Doctor Who was coming back?
Yeah, there's a whole mix of characters, because you've also got Sarah Jane, who's in the Sarah Jane Adventures. She was in the
that's the CBBC one. So that was for the kiddies with the K9. But Torchwood started a few months after Doctor Who, so it
doesn't make sense. So why the hand? The hand doesn't make sense anymore. I'm so confused now.
It's part of a story. It's part of one of the stories where he saves the hand in a jar because... So, you know where there's lots of different doctors and they all look different? It's because when he dies, he regenerates. And it was a thing they came up with because the very first Doctor was quite old and he started getting dementia quite badly and he just couldn't be the Doctor anymore. And they were like, crap, this is really popular. And so they came up with a whole regeneration thing. So he's still the Doctor, but he just gets a new body and he can do this a certain amount of time.
Yep.
And so he's got this regeneration energy in him, and I think he lost his hand somehow. I didn't actually see the episode, but he had it in a jar, and it was like regeneration energy that he saved.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
For purposes. And then it was a plot device in one of the things where stuff happened. Yeah.
Stuff and things.
There was plot. Plot happened.
Plot happens. It was
the
important.
David Tennant ones are great. The one with the most like heartfelt episodes usually are the ones where the Doctor regenerates.
The David Tennant one.
Oh my god, I
so
cried
sad.
so much.
I don't want to go.
I don't want to go. I was so sad. And just all of the ones with Catherine Tate, just so good. Like Turn Left made me cry, just non-stop. Yeah.
I wasn't fussed on her as a companion, to be
I
honest.
really liked her. I like her more than Amy Pond. This is where I get murdered. by
Pond
her.
annoys me. That's one of the main reasons I didn't really bother. Because I'm not fussed on her as an actress. She was the worst part of Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah, she was not good in that.
Which one is Amy Pond?
The ginger one.
She was Nebula. She was Nebula in Guardians, the blue one.
What's... Oh, never mind. Moving on.
One of them.
Karen Gillian.
Yeah, okay. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just don't like Clara.
No, because I was thinking, when you said Amy Pond, I was like, so there's Amy Pond and there's also Karen Gillian woman that she doesn't like. Oh no, they're actually the same. Oh, that makes sense
Same
now.
person.
Same person.
What's really depressing with Karen Gillian, she has exactly the same birthday as me.
We've discussed this. It's not
Did we?
depressing.
Yes, we did. It is depressing though.
It's not
Why is
depressing.
it depressing? I share my birthday with my nan and Kurt Cobain.
No, the exact day. We were born on the exact day.
Oh,
I think Mon
okay.
has money envy. She wants to live in luxurious houses and fly around
You've
the
already
world.
got a luxurious house.
It's not well. I like it.
It's
That's
cool.
what
You're better
matters.
off. You're a very talented artist who draws wonderful and geeky things.
And we wouldn't have you otherwise, would we?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys.
So, in a selfish way, ha.
Yeah, we don't want you to get Karen Gillian famous and leave us. What are you talking about?
Oh, I would never leave you.
Trust me, someone starts waving a Destiny podcast in front of you, you're gonna be gone in a second.
I would still do this one.
She says
You
now.
guys do other podcasts.
No, we don't.
We guessed.
Bits of. Yeah, exactly.
We guessed.
I wouldn't do a full-time Destiny podcast.
Oh, okay, that makes me feel so much better. Anyway, back to some sort of agenda. Now that we've all made each other feel
And
better
to
and...
Doctor Who. So yes, so try some of the episodes. I think they're still on the iPlayer, and they're really, really worth seeing. And like Peter Capaldi is good fun.
Well, there's a whole bunch of them on Netflix, because I started watching after Torchwood, where I was like, oh, maybe I should watch this. I started watching the Christopher Eccleston ones on Netflix, and then I kind of started falling asleep during them. So that's ended.
Yeah, I think they're all on Netflix now. And now that they've started a new season with Peter Capaldi, so there's one full season, I think Coleman and I are going to mission them.
Yeah, do that.
A Who Fest.
The previous season I didn't like as much. It was good, but it's not as good as this current one. I think they're kind of really getting more into the swing of it. And then watch some Tom Baker's. You can ask Ollie for which ones you should watch. He has a list. There are lists. There are lists amongst them. It's like, which is the best horror episode? Which is the best episode with this?
Okay, Ollie, if you are listening, can you please put that in the comments down below so all our listeners can access your wisdom? Thank you. I'll bake you a cake.
What you are starting.
All right, so from not knowing what I've started to Alex not knowing what she got herself into, she
much.
cosplayed Yeah, she cosplayed at MCM this weekend, didn't you?
I did.
Did you get a bit of toasty?
I got slightly toasty. So, MCM happened, which is, probably the biggest Comic Con in London, which happens around
Yeah, so this
May time.
is MCM London. Yeah, MCM London. It happens in May and end of October every year in London. There's also other MCMs around the country, so you can go to one nearer to you.
It is, I think, the biggest cosplay event, which actually I've got to mention something because they did something new today which I don't think it was very nice. So before, in front of Excel, which is where MCM takes place, they have the whole plaza where most cosplayers hang out.
Yeah, because it's so hot inside.
And, people take pictures. There is usually a whole bunch of different assassins sitting on the statue that's right in the middle of that plaza. So, it's a whole shebang that's going on there. This time round, they sort of, they put walls around it. Not walls, but metal barriers around it. So if you don't have tickets or to MCM, you can't even access the plaza area. And then as soon as MCM...
Do you mean the bit at the top of the stairs or the one with the grass?
No, there's a yacht hotel, and there's another hotel right opposite. There's a whole little plaza. So there's a front entrance of the Excel, then you go down the stairs, and there's a little sort of plaza thing going on, and there's a hotel which is actually a ship, and there's a bunch of other hotels on the sides.
Yeah.
That whole area was completely barriered up. If you don't have a ticket, you don't have access to it. And as soon as MCM closed, they kicked out all the cosplayers out of that area as well.
That's really harsh, because usually people just hang out there. I know they have fringe events there as well, but that's where all the meet and greets for cosplay groups and the group photos take place.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I don't think... I know a lot of people that come around there to cosplay, but not necessarily go to MCM. They just hang out with other cosplayers in the plaza, and I don't necessarily think anything wrong with that, because you're... coming to hang out with cosplayers, and I think it's really unfair that they gated that area. So even if you just, I don't know, I had two friends who usually come there to hang out around that area, and they came and they couldn't actually get inside because it was all barriered up, and that wasn't really nice. But then, even though I can understand that, you don't have tickets for that event, so I guess you get to miss some of the highlights of that event. But what I don't understand is, at 5 o'clock on the dot, they kicked everyone out of that area, even off that plaza. And people hang out for hours after that, and I don't see anything wrong with that at all.
Especially if there's an after party at the venue.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's very, very strange.
Yeah, because we used to just go to the pub, be like, oh, you can't go to the pub unless
No, you can go to the pub. The pub was still open.
It just seems silly.
Yeah.
Maybe they had complaints from previous years?
I don't know.
But everyone's always so nice down there.
Yeah. Cosplayers are generally nice people.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I cosplayed! I dressed
Hey,
up.
did you cosplay as?
I dressed up as the wonderful avatar you drew me in, which is sort of a Wookiee.
Yay!
I confess I did not manage to find furry boots, which in hindsight was better because, oh my god, I was dying in that furry coat.
Yeah, I was thinking of you because I was really hot when I cosplayed as Rogue, and that was just a lycra suit, boots, and I did have a little leather jacket in the in Earl's Court, and I was sweating buckets, and I just thought she is going to die in that fur coat.
I was.
It was pouring it with rain though on the Saturday.
I wasn't there on Saturday. I was there only on Sunday, which worked out fine for me because there were a couple of panels that they didn't announce until. Actually, on the day.
Yeah, I got upset when I saw that in the agenda.
I'm sorry.
No, it's not you. It's like, I would have freaking loved to meet him.
And I got onto Coleman panel. Yay!
Yay!
Where Alan Tudyk and Nolan North.
Yeah, I knew Nolan North was there, so I was kind of gutted I missed him, but Alan Tudyk. Oh my god.
They're both so unbelievably charming, so unbelievably funny. The whole audience was laughing their ass off. It was quite sad though, because as they came in and they sat down and they were talking, it was like, okay, who here backed Coleman? And out of 100 people, there's like 12 people that put up their hands up. And they were like, okay, so who watched Coleman? And even less people put up their hands.
It's a bit difficult at the minute because it's all on Vimeo.
Yeah, what the hell is Vimeo and why would you watch it?
Vimeo is, I think it's subscription only, and it might be based in the US, so I don't know if we actually get it. Hang on.
I don't even know what this con man thing is.
Oh, you don't know what the con man is?
I only know who Nolan North is because he's doing the
Oh,
ghosts.
okay, let me explain.
Nolan North is awesome.
Lauren, you
He is,
research,
it's pretty funny.
you research the Vimeo, I'll get on to explain it.
Mm.
Okay, so, you know you're watching Firefly, Mon.
Yeah.
You know Wash, the pilot.
Who?
Wash,
Oh, yeah.
the
The
pilot.
ginger one.
Yeah.
This is Alan Tudyk.
Oh.
So Con Man is the story that Alan Tudyk wrote, and he stars in it and produced it, and he's actually starring in the story with Nathan Fillion. And the story is about this actor, a pilot that had a very successful afterwards, but sort of short-running TV show where he was playing the captain of the spaceship, and his co-star went on to become famous and get onto the movies and do all this crazy stuff and still be very famous, who is Nathan Fillion. And it's all this take on Firefly and how it ended very soon. Whereas him, the captain of the ship, he's only famous when he goes to the conventions where people like browncoats get crazy because they still love and remember the show. So that's why and otherwise he doesn't have really like great success with anything else that he does. So he's only really famous as that pilot on that show that didn't continue. So it's like a comedy, which is a bit of, I guess, half inspired on his life, but also a little bit exaggerated from his life experience. It is hilarious. I've seen so far 2 clips from the show because I'm waiting until the DVD comes out to actually watch the show.
Mm-hmm.
But it is so funny. So very well written. Just go and watch the trailer for Con Man. I'm telling you, you're gonna love it. And one of the reasons why it's so famous because it was completely funded through Indiegogo. And it got crazy amount of money. I don't remember how much now, but we're talking millions.
Oh, wow. Guess there's a lot of Fireflies out there.
3.5 million? Someone is showing me.
All of the millions!
If I had money at the time, I would have thrown all my monies at Alan Tudyk and Nathan Fillion. If they were in front of me, I would have rubbed it on their chests as well.
No, but
I would die happy.
No, but it was great because I don't know.
Coleman's just gonna edit that out.
No, it's one of the things that was really sad about missing San Diego, like not being able to come to San Diego Comic Con or bigger American conventions, is not being able to attend con men panels and see those guys, or even Firefly panels.
Yeah, we never get that kind of caliber of stars up here. We get some big ones, but it's usually, when you look at the lists of these conventions, it's kind of the same guys from Star Wars, the background guys from Game of Thrones, and all the kind of British people. But we don't...
They had Ripley. They had Ripley in one of them recently,
and we were
didn't they?
quite lucky this year at like Film and Comic Con. We had the guys from Back to the Future, so we were really looking at that. But I mean, generally, we don't get the big guys. Like we'd never see Joss Whedon,
No,
unless we went to the States. I'm pretty sure. But Alan Tudyk, if I had the chance to be near him, I would give him a great big hug.
Yeah, can I just say, there's something that was really, really hilarious that just cracked me up every time he did it. So this was a very kind of like fast pulled together panel that they announced the day before. He wasn't really prepared, but he wanted to give sort of autographs for every person who asked him the question on the panel. So he literally went around rummaging around his hotel room to look for things to sign. So the things that he signed was like shower cap, slippers, his boarding passes.
I would treasure that forever. That's amazing. That means so much more than just a picture. It's like, you actually tried.
Yeah, you just thought he was like, went for this back. Okay, so these are my hotel slippers. I will sign it for you. Thank you.
That's so
He was the best.
Okay, from what I understand, Vimeo is a subscription service, so you can join free and you can host videos on it. But they're meant to be like HD quality, ad-free, all that kind of gubbins. If you go into the Conman page, you actually have to either pay $9.99 to rent it for 30 days, or pay $12.99 for streaming it anytime, unless you pay for like the premium packages on Vimeo, so like not just the free access. So I'm gonna wait until it either comes to Netflix or DVD.
Look, I'm already paying for Netflix for Prime. I also give stupid Photoshop money. So, you know what? I'm not going to subscribe to another service. DVD is coming out. They said that they're going to be making a DVD. When that comes,
that's fine then.
I'll buy the DVD. I'll have to wait until then and not be, one of the first people to watch it. Whatever, I already missed that boat.
Yeah, I'm sure it'll be on Hulu anyway.
Yeah.
It'll be on something at some point. But other than that, you had fun at MCM?
No, it was really great.
Right, so we do we have time?
Yes.
Yeah, if we just pick one each. We got a interesting kind of infographic sent to us a couple of weeks ago, looking at the differences between book sales and film adaptation success rates. So we wanted to discuss that a little bit and get your input. So today we're just going to discuss one book and film adaptation that we all either like or dislike. And then please put in the comments below, tweet at us, or leave on the Facebook group your suggestions and your opinions on a book and a movie adaptation. It can be comic books, anything like that, but then it needs to go up to the big screen. So my first one was Losers, which I think is an excellent comic book. It came out a good few years ago, and the film was made in, hang on, let me just get the date, 2010. And it was one of Chris Evans' many comic book movies. We also have Jeffrey D. Morgan, who you might remember as the comedian from Watchmen, Zoe Saldana, who is Gamora from Guardians of the Galaxy, Idris Elba, who's Heimdall from Thor. So these people have got comic book legacy now. But this was, a lot of this was before a lot of them were involved in the comic book universe. And this is a story of a bunch of military mercenaries who do various tasks, kind of like the A-Team, but better. They are screwed over by their boss and made for patsies, so he can get away with his nefarious schemes, but he didn't quite kill them. So they lay low for a while, and then they realize, oh, he's doing some Zoe Saldana's a bit annoyed. She wants him to help. They start kicking ass, taking names, and it's absolutely epic. There's an iconic scene with Chris Evans. He's meant to be the nerdy but ripped character, as you usually see in these kind of films. And there's a scene where he's meant to be a bicycle courier, and he goes up in an elevator, and he's just stuck in a room with a bunch of armed guards, and he just sticks up his gun fingers and shoots them. No actual guns. Just like, pew, 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 pew. And they all die.
What?
Yeah. Then we pan out, and just to see his sniper mate about 5 buildings over, he just took them all out with a silent sniper rifle, just ping, 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 all done. It was absolutely amazing. Some of the best set pieces in quite an action movie. I'm not into kind of these action testosterone movies. Like, I've never seen Expendables, not my cup of tea. Like Crank, the Transporter, all those kind of balls movies. But this one has got the right mix of comedy and testosterone-fueled thrill ride. That is pretty awesome. And Zoe Saldana's pretty sexy in it as well. It's quite fun. It's a really, really good adaptation. If you like the comics, watch it. If you like the movie, watch it. If you haven't heard of either, watch them, read them. It's awesome. Trust me. Okay.
Okay. Nice.
Was that alright?
No, that was good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, I do have the comic, so if either of you want to read it, it's on my shelf right now. It's absolutely awesome.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Unfortunately, I don't have the copies with me of the books that we're gonna talk about. Because I actually read them in Russian, surprisingly.
Oh.
That's how long ago that was, because they're in my parents' library.
I know.
What books are these?
Same with me.
It's
But
the
not
Lord
Russian.
of the Rings books and the Hobbit, ultimately, and their adaptations.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm gonna join in on this a bunch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I guess the conversation that this infographic is trying to sort of encourage is whether the books are dying with just how much time it takes to read a book. Like, for example, okay, just looking at the infographic, it takes 1.33 days to read a book, and it only takes 20 hours to watch all movies. And that's 3 movies.
Oh, is that for Lord of the Rings?
For Lord of the Rings and
Is
the
that
Hobbit.
the extended edition?
There is an extended edition?
Yeah, where each film is 3 hours long.
Yeah, so it'll be 9 hours for the movies, and then I'm guessing there's extended editions for the Hobbits, because I haven't actually finished watching all the Hobbits.
Where do I start with the Hobbit? Let's
Yeah,
get through Lord of the Rings first.
Let's go for Lord of the Rings first.
Lord of the Rings first, yeah.
How old were you when you first read them?
Oh, I don't know, like early teenage years. I don't know, 12, 13, 14.
Yeah, it was about the same.
I say I had to struggle. Like, this is the only one of the rare things, and I know some of the diehard fans might again stab me. This is a theme today. People will want to stab me with the pitchforks. But some of the diehards might want to stab me with the pitchforks for this. But I do think that the movies, or at least the first movie, is better than the first book. Because, oh my god, Tom Bombadil, you don't need you. What the hell are you doing? What are the songs you're
singing? There's a lot of superfluous things. There's a lot of set pieces which are pointless. And I remember struggling with the actual Lord of the Rings books. I like the movies, although they do drag on a bit. But the books,
I love
they were a bit heavy for me. I preferred The Hobbit. That's kind of, I read that when I was 3, and I keep going back. I have several copies of that. That is just kind of, that's my bae. I love The Hobbit. Yeah. But Lord of the Rings, I struggled to get into until I was later on in life.
Oh, okay. I first tried to read through them when I was about 8 in French, because we had these 3 tattered old copies of my dad's that were given to him by, like, his friend. And they were just sort of given to me at some point. I was like, you child, you read, here, go read this. You like the stuff. And I was like, what?
But I mean,
and I got about halfway through.
They're good
Yeah,
fantasy.
but when you're 8, like, you...
Well, maybe 8 is a bit too early, but...
Yeah, I got halfway through, got really confused as to who everybody was. Gave up, went back to them when I was, like, again, like 11, 12. Reread them through, loved it, and then saw the films. And then after all 3 films had been out, I was like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna read it again, because why not? Because I love the films. They were great. I love those characters, and I actually quite enjoy having seen a film and then having a really clear idea of what everything looks like. And I went back to the books and I was like, holy crap, why is everybody singing? Every other chapter someone bursts into song.
Or
a
like, poem.
What the fuck is this? The sound of music.
What?
Yeah, or they stopped crying, they're like, oh, and he felt really sad and he wept. And then he sang, and it's like 2 pages of songs in Elvish. It's like, thanks.
No, but this is the amazing thing about Tolkien, because he first created the world, and then he thought of a story to fit into the world. So that's why there's Tom Bombadil, I think, which is, what the hell are you doing, dude? Why? I'm so glad the movies cut you out.
I'm gonna go with created the world fairly loosely, because this is where I go really nerdy. I've been watching Wagner, and I've been watching the Rheingold, which is the first set of the Ring saga. And it's like, there's some paraphrasing going down in there. There's like a bit where this dwarf who's made this ring of power, and this helmet which lets him turn invisible, curses the ring and does a big speech of how he's cursing the ring. And it's like, yeah, that sounds really similar as to what's happening in the ring. So there's it's a bit of preciousing going on. Let's just say that.
Can I let out my steam regarding The Hobbit?
Yeah, go for it. It was boring in the film.
Look, this is the sort of thing that I have to battle with, because I absolutely love Lord of the Rings films. But what he's done to The Hobbit disgusts me to the level that nothing disgusts me so much in the life. Because The Hobbit is a small, nice children's books. And I get it, movies should earn money to pay whatever bills they need to pay and to earn money.
Why does it need to be 3 movies?
I don't
need
know.
to milk the money so freaking obviously, and you don't need to destroy that, like, rip that book apart and make it something that it's not completely. And to me, this is just so much amount of disrespect regarding to that little kid's story and trying to make it epic. It's not epic, it's a kid's story.
Yeah, like, they go off and they tumble down some barrels down a waterfall, and then there's the spiders, and then there's the trolls, the end, and then someone else shoots the dragon.
Look, there's a sun comes out, and trolls turn into stone. This is not an epic story. This is not Lord of the Rings. This is not epic story of battle and where you cry, and you see a bunch of, like, a huge army marching on the Minas Tirith, and you think, oh my god, it's death. No, it's all nice and cuddly.
Awesome. That was awesome, but that was in the original books, and it's not in the...
Yeah, but, I'm fine with them adding things that are not in the books, if they make sense to have. This is the thing, how can we make this longer? How can we
they chucked in a bunch of stuff from the Silmarillion, didn't they?
Yeah.
But, like, the whole thing where they go, Gandalf and the Brown Wizard go up to the, like, place they talk about, oh, he's back and all that. Because I've only seen the first one, because I loved The Hobbit so much when I was a kid.
Yeah.
I come back to it every couple of years, reread it. I've got several copies. It is my go-to, like, all-time favorite book.
Yeah,
but
it's great.
I've tried to go through the first movie, and it's like, I don't recognize this anymore.
No.
Yeah.
What have you done with it? Why is there a bit where a guy that's got shit all over his head is riding through the forest on a bloody sleigh?
I don't know. Look, I watched the first...
that was the bit with the wizard, isn't it?
Yeah.
That was so weird.
I watched the first one because I was excited for it, because I loved so much Lord of the Rings. I went out just basically almost puking in disgust. I'm not even exaggerating this. And I've never watched a single one of them in my life. And that is the... guys, you know, I'm not very negative about many things, and I usually try to encourage things, even the things I don't like, I try not to bring up this so much. But this is the only thing that whenever someone mentions it, I straight away express my disgust to it, because this is how much this freaking thing annoys me. How much a movie just destroyed the book.
Yeah, I have to agree with that. I got halfway through I watched the first film, I got halfway through the second film, and I was just like, I am so bored. So bored.
And see,
just even the first film was so boring. It was like, oh my god, it's like reading Lord of the Rings in the first bit, where they just sit around and drink some Hobbit mead or whatever and discuss a birthday party for like 20 chapters before anything happened.
Yeah, exactly. And now, ask
Tom
yourself a question. If there's like a teenager or a young kid who's gonna go watch watch a Hobbit movie, what are they gonna bother with the book afterwards? I don't think they will be.
I tell them just to read the book. Like, don't bother, just read the book. Use your time wisely. Because it doesn't even take that long to read the book. Because if you think about it, the movies, they're about 3 hours each, aren't they? So that'll be 9 hours. You can read that book in less than that time.
Oh, The Hobbit, yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, The Hobbit is one book. You can read it in an evening quite easily because you get into it. You'll just sit there, mission it. It's lovely.
Yeah,
you get it done.
It's like the first Harry Potter book. You can just read that in an evening. And that's
just read it on the train. You'll be fine. Don't bother with the movie.
Can I, guys, ask your opinion on something? Because obviously we all read at different paces, and we also have certain amount of times where we can dedicate to reading, and that's fine. This is just what happens because we're busy with life and things going on. But what I'm interested about, so for example, let's just take me and the Martian situation. I knew that the movie was coming out, and I specifically decided to read the book before I wanted to see the movie. Knowing straight away ahead that the book was probably going to be better, and I'm not going to like the movie so much as well. But what do you guys do if there is a book and then there's adaptation of it in a TV series or a movie form? Are you likely to read that first, or are you even likely to watch something and read it afterwards because you're curious? Like, in terms of whether you like the content or whether you have enough time, any kind of things.
Yeah, it depends on what it is. So, when Scott Pilgrim was coming out, I wanted to read all the comic books before I saw it. So I did that. I even downloaded the sixth one because that came out in the States before it came out here. And then I bought it anyway. But most of the time I will research things. So I will research the book. I'll read like crib notes about it, a detailed plot overview, rather than sitting down and reading the entire book. But that's just the researcher in me, because I usually don't have time to read the entire book before I can see something, or just during the day, generally, I don't have time to sit down and read. So it just saves time on me, and I get the general overview for it. But if I've watched it and it has intrigued me that much, I will go back and read the book.
Usually, as it happens, I've tended to have read, unless I have no idea that the book even exists, which is the case for a lot of stuff, because I was going through lists of movies to books adaptations, and I was like, I never knew this was a book. I never knew this was a book. It's like I went to see The Time Traveler's Wife. God,
it's a book.
And then someone was like, oh, it's a book. I was like, that's a cool story, bro. I am never reading that. That movie was
Is that a Nicholas Sparks book?
I don't know, but I hated it so much.
The guy who does all the lady movies.
I genuinely don't know.
Sorry. Yeah, you got me there.
All the
don't know.
ovary movies that all the feels and love's a good thing.
But loads of people
Everyone
were
should
like,
have
"Oh
love.
no, the book was so much better than the films." Like, I don't care. I didn't like the film, so it's not giving me much to go on.
The only reason I considered watching that film was because Bill Nye's in it.
It was really shit. Don't ever go see it. It was really shit.
Yeah, I assumed as much actually when I saw the entire trailer and thought, no,
I'm okay. Yeah,
no,
it's not
I'll leave
good.
it.
Yeah,
Even if it's a Weasley in it, no.
It's probably a good call. I quite like having seen the movie or the show or whatever, because then I've got like a nice idea of what everybody looks like or what the places look like, and I don't have to work quite so hard to imagine everything. It's a little bit more, it's just a bit more chilled out, because I read fairly fast. I read really, really fast, and it's just a nice way of, I end up reading even faster because I don't have to worry. But
Yeah.
like, I've never regretted seeing a show before I've read a book, or reading a book before seeing a show. Like, there's been books that I have read that I then tried to watch the films of and just gone, nope. Looking at you, Twilight. Looking at you. I fell asleep.
Why would you even read the book?
Because, okay, there is a reason, and I'm sure I've explained this on a previous podcast, because everybody was reading it. And
True, that's why I read it as well.
Well,
I
I
haven't read it.
maintained that it was I maintained that it was bullshit. People were like, well, have you read it?
So this is where the swearing comes in now.
Yeah. And I went, alright then, you're on. And I read them over the course of like a week, and then went, okay, now I can categorically say that they were rubbish.
Yep.
On based on experience. Because everybody just was raving on about it, and like my friends had all of the copies of the book, so I just borrowed them of them. And then I watched the first film and went, oh good sweet mother of God, why is she so awful at acting?
Yeah, my mate, she made me watch the first one. I was like, I never forgave her for that.
Yeah,
I think
it
it's
was so terrible. I fell asleep in the second one and I
Yeah.
never went back.
the second one I accidentally saw because I was in a bar in the Philippines and a rainstorm happened outside, so I couldn't actually leave, and they put it on. So I was trapped.
The only thing that made you watch it was the rainstorm and not being able to leave
Yeah.
that place. This is
Oh,
how bad
God.
this movie is, guys.
That sounds
Yeah,
like torture.
and my DS had died. I was trying to
No.
sit there, have some lunch, and play my DS because I think I was actually playing Animal Crossing.
Yay.
But it was like, oh, that's on. But they had it on a projector which didn't fit the screen.
Oh.
So I only saw half of it, like literally half. It cut off in the middle of the screen. It was terrible.
You know what? That probably heightened your experience of it.
Yeah.
And the only bit I've actually read was, I think, Breaking Dawn, because one of my old housemates, she had it in the bathroom. And I was like, what is
Oh
this
no,
trash?
was it a poop book?
Yeah, it was a poop book,
It was
and
a
I just
poop
read
book.
like the last chapter. Just looking at it, it's like, what is this nonsense?
No.
I'm terrible, but I did that with the last Harry Potter book.
Yeah.
How
'Cause-
dare
'cause-
you? How dare you?
Because there's a very good reason, and that is because the first four books were amazing, and then it descended into this weird melodrama, crappy,
How
all of
dare
the feels.
you? How dare you?
And they were crap.
How
I'm sorry,
dare
they
you?
were
How
bad.
dare you?
They were bad because it was all about the magic, and it was all about how wonderful it was, and it was all about like the cool stuff that they did, and they were in this amazing place, and then no one gave a that they were in an amazing place. Everybody was too caught up being fucking teenager and angsty and oh, Cho, I mean, fancy you so much. Oh, but you're
No,
like so hung
no.
up
It's all
on-
about Judy Weasley
on
now.
Diggerbutts.
Ugh.
Oh, I couldn't
Ooh,
stand.
Did you
Judy
guys?
Weasley. You're
Did
so
you guys? Sorry, this is
boring.
completely off topic, and we're running late. But apparently there is
The play?
Yeah, the play.
The play.
The play.
Yeah.
There's a play.
Yeah, there's a play.
Yeah, there's a sequel called The Cursed Child,
Mhm.
and I think it's about Albus Severus, which is Harry Potter's son.
Yeah, can I just say those names are horrible?
Yeah,
Like,
Albus Severus.
Oh, all of them, all their kids'
Like
names.
you may as well call him Dick Butt.
Yes, pretty much.
At least that rolls off the tongue.
Yeah. Albus Severus Farts Face.
Dick Butt.
Oh.
Yeah, so like the whole pretense of the name was, oh, you're named after two of Hogwarts'
Yeah, well, she really didn't think-
greatest.
She really didn't think that through, though, didn't she?
No.
Yeah, considering you also live in the Muggle world
Snape.
and you both have
Snape.
fairly normal names.
Severus Snape.
Dumbledore. Dumbledore Severus. That's what they should call him.
Dumbledumps.
Yeah.
Oh no.
So, yeah, the rumor on the Tinternets is that Albus Dumbledore, sorry, Albus Severus,
It's like a
is
tongue twister now.
yeah, is the cursed child, and there's going to be a play on it. So I think we should have an outing to go see it
No,
at least.
I think I'm gonna see it. At first I thought, no. But now I'm like, ooh, but it's a sequel, so I want to know.
I'm kind of I'm kind of curious.
It'll be a nice evening out, at least. We can get drunk and watch it.
Yep.
Like, I did watch the Deathly Hallows film. That was one of the ones where, like, I've read... This is the only time I think I've only read part of a book and watched all of the things. So I watched all the Harry Potter films.
Get
I watched
out.
all the films.
I read
terrible.
the book on day one. Get out.
I went into the bookshop. I flicked to the last page like, no, we're happily married, and they called their dump weasels. Like, cool, I'm done.
I was travelling in New Zealand and I got really bored and ran out of books, so I just went in the bookstore like, oh, Harry Potter, I know what that is. I'll read that, that's fine.
Both of you,
and
get out.
No, I enjoy it. That was before Deathly Hallows came out, so I do absolutely adore the films. I adore the books. I kind of stopped, what was the one before Half-Blood?
What? Order of Phoenix?
Order of Phoenix, yeah. So I read up to there, and then I stopped for a couple of years, and then I read the last two when I was in New Zealand. And then because I remember it was my graduation weekend that I think Deathly Hallows Part 1 came out, and I made my then boyfriend take me to see it, and it was absolutely rammed in the cinema, but it was awesome. I really, really enjoyed that film. And I was rewatching them this week, actually, funny enough.
Yeah, I think they're out on Sky. Which you don't have. So I don't know why that's relevant.
No, I've got more downloaded for whenever I need to.
Okay. Should we go to listeners' questions before we?
Yeah, I was going to talk about V for Vendetta, but I can talk about it another time. Comic is
Film's
great.
awesome. Comic's awesome.
Yeah,
Done.
they're both awesome. I like both. I ended up liking the comic better though. I've only read the comic very, very recently.
Isn't comic what started it all?
Yeah. But I just never had a copy of it until now, and that is a weird one because I read that just now. Well, like I read it a couple of weeks ago actually, and loved it. I actually liked it
it's absolutely awesome.
Film. And it was cool because I could hear everybody's voices from the film, and that was really cool. So I like that was cool.
Yeah, I got the comic after I saw the movie, and the comic does go into a lot more depth, but it doesn't stray too much like Watchmen. But it really works. I really do enjoy V.
The Watchmen film is really weird because I had read the comic of that when I was at uni, and I liked it a lot. It was a bit dark and it made me cry, and it feels slightly ill in parts, as it does. And then I saw the film. I was like, you know what? Like it felt like they focused on the wrong bits.
Yeah, you can understand how they changed it because they changed it from giant alien space monster to Dr. Manhattan, which makes sense for a 3-hour movie. But yeah, it'd be much better as a TV series. I'd look forward to that. But the opening credits, I think, are the best in cinematic history because it just catches you up on the entire history of the Watchmen and the Minutemen in just that short gap. And it's a really good song. It's absolutely fantastic. Okay, so listeners' questions. Right, Chris Hadley. What game got you into gaming in the first place? We've answered this on episode 8, Uglified, so if you want to listen to that. Mine is probably, I think, Super Mario Brothers.
That's not what you said last time. So let's talk about it.
We haven't got time.
Okay.
Where are you?
Huh?
You sounded really far away.
I was fishing for a Just Twist. It was a very complicated movement because I was still wearing my headphones and I had to reach all the way to the table.
Yeah.
Okay, next question from Simon. What is the best...
Never mind.
What?
Right,
okay. We will go into more detail on this next episode.
Okay.
How's that? But if you want to listen about how we got into gaming, and if you do, please let us know. Listen to episode 8, Uglified, which is on bigredbarrel.com.
You can't even pronounce the name of your own show, Lauren.
Uglift.
Uglift.
I didn't choose the name, you did.
Yes. So
there we go.
Makes sense.
Okay, Simon, what is the best way to kill time during a lecture? I think it's place squares. So you do a grid of dots, 10 by 10, and then you and a mate take turns drawing lines until you make squares, and whoever has the most squares at the end wins.
Download Freeze for your phone and play Freeze.
Yeah, Freeze is great.
That's very difficult because if the lecture hall is dark.
Yeah, or you'll glow.
Yeah, that's why squares is quite good because you just need paper and a pen, and it kind of looks like you're making notes.
Surely the best way to kill time in a lecture is actually, pay attention to your lecture.
True, very true. Or have a nap if you don't snore. Okay, I have several boring ones and need your help, Geek Speak. That's fine. Also, can Alex do her best Wookiee impression?
Yes, I want to hear that.
Oh my god, it's really bad.
No, do it.
Do it. I did a llama.
See, Lauren's is better.
It's kind of like my llama.
I just sounded like a Wookiee cat.
Aww. Okay.
No,
I
Alex
don't
is
know
like
what's my Wookiee
There's a-
expression. I struggled
do-
with it the whole day yesterday.
I can't even do it. My best go is like.
Yep. See, Lauren's better. She should have been dressed as a Wookiee.
Okay. So shout outs to the forum. Alex, do you want to do that?
No, because I'm kidding.
Okay,
I'll do
Monica,
them.
can you do that?
Yep. Craig Hadley, War Machine, Orox, who posted. I read that. Yep, that's correct. Forsty. Forsty.
We'll just call him
Forsty.
Farty.
Sorry.
Hang on. So what she means with Aurochs, yeah, he figured out Mon's puzzle.
Yes.
That's what she kind of glaze over there.
Yes, well
Fasty. Sorry if we
Fasty.
mispronounced your name, but please remember, none of us are actually English. So, you are Fasty. That rhymes with pasty.
Yeah.
There
to
we
me,
go.
to me, you're fast. Fast. E.
Fasty.
Fasty.
Simon
Simon and Coleman. Hey.
Alex, are you done now?
Yes. At Will Driver 93, who was my guide to MCM. At Lifted Geek / Prince Justin. And at
Very
Life
nice
Today
people.
Live. Yay! Which I've managed to pronounce finally, which is Nelly. Thank you.
Yay! Thank you.
Oh, we haven't got any new iTunes reviews, but if you would like to leave us a review or maybe a nice star rating, 5 would be preferable, but we're not going to push you. Please do so. We do
Yes,
like
we are.
reading them.
5.
Or else I'll find you.
That was the most
You are
intimidating
so
thing.
menacing. Okay, just another quick plug for Extra Life. The links will be down below above in the show notes. Please have a read. They will have more interesting information on them this week
I need
because I'm
more
going to
votes
update mine.
on what I need to play. There's only been so far 1 vote for Dragon Age.
I'm gonna make you play some old point and clicks at this rate.
No, exactly. So I don't get to play point and clicks. Please vote for Dragon Age. Thank you.
Yeah. At the
Hey,
minute,
point
mine,
and clicks are great. What is this?
No, they are great. They're just not great for me.
yeah, because mine's looking to be a Telltale stream. Telltale mixed with a bit of Gears, mixed with a bit of maybe Halo.
Next year I will have to do this. I can't this year, but I will definitely do this next year.
Yeah, because I'm going to be on the Expo. So if you would like to read, ask us any questions, or donate a little bit of money, any amount would be absolutely fantastic. It's for an excellent charity for the Children's Miracle Network, who get kids from all around the world who need help and support with various illnesses, the help they need. So it is for a good cause, and you'll get us to see us go very, very crazy over 24 hours. Yes, that'll be fun. Anything else?
By the way, I think my first game that I've ever played was actually Harry Potter, the first one.
Oh, okay.
Just
On
remembering on PC.
Oh, okay.
I don't think I can actually remember the first game I actually played, because I can't remember if we got a NES or a Game Boy first. So it's either Tetris or Darkwing Duck on the NES.
Darkwing Duck. Okay. So,
If there's trouble, you call DW.
Darkwing Duck. Alright,
You two are so cute.
You're lucky I'm not singing it in French.
Oh, yes I am.
Okay, so every week we hold an event at Loading Bar in Dalston. If you are in the vicinity, able to attend. It's called Tabletop Tuesdays. Absolutely fantastic. We have a new featured game every single week. This week is a Halloween special. This episode's probably going out
Halloween.
afterwards. So there'll be information and things on the Instagram and on the Facebook. So if you'd like to get in contact, if you have any questions, suggestions, or general comments, or more llama fonts, that would be fantastic too. Put a comment down below. You can also do so on our Facebook page. You can contact us at Big Red Barrel using the hashtag GeekSpeak, or contact us personally. Give us a little message. Say hello. I am at the Sweet Shrimp.
I'm a Dusty Tulip _.
And I don't want to talk to anybody.
As always, she knows.
Monica.
She knows her Twitter
Monica.
handle.
At Monica
underscore-
_Ion.
No one ever tweets.
Yeah?
No one ever tweets me. Well, sometimes they do actually.
They tweet you a lot.
They
Shut up.
tweet you. Should we just agree that from next time I'm just gonna say my own and Monica's, because she never remembers her own.
I remember. It's just, I forget where the underscore is.
It's between your names.
Yeah, it's only your name, you know? It's not even a made-up name. We have made-up names that we have to keep in mind. You have a proper name, and you can't even remember
But
it.
I remember my Xbox gamer tag, and it's
Uh-huh.
it's cool. Oh, speaking of which, and if people want to play Destiny with me, there is a really cool website called The 100, and I am Kairi on there. Kaeri. And if you want to do fun things like trying to get Crota Hard done, because we're a bit done with the raid right now, and you should come do it with us. Come play with us. It's a really nice matchmaking.
Come play with me.
It's a really nice matchmaking site, actually. Coleman could probably use it as well. So you just sign up.
He's PS4 though.
Yeah, no, it's you can set yourself to be PS4. It's just for any Destiny player. So it's called the 100. 100 in numbers, and it's kind of suited a lot for parents and people who work a lot, and you kind of organize your groups. You can
you tend to just play with Dan.
You're not gonna do the raid just with Dan. You need like 6 people. Jeez, he's not even the right light level. Dan.
What light level do you think he is?
240.
283.
Yeah, impressive. Still not
On
high
that
enough.
note, he'll be at 90 by the end of the week. Well, he'll be above 90 by the end of the week.
Scrub.
What are you then?
303, 304.
Okay.
I've
right,
killed
so...
Oryx like 3 times. But yes, it's a cool site. It's a really nice matchmaking site, and I am on there, or you can tweet at me if you want to ever play Destiny, or hear me swear in the Crucible, which happens a lot, because people are mean by killing, because they kill me, and I think that's a bit mean, because surely they should have just let me shotgun them in the face first, rather than doing...
Should let me kill them first. That would have been very polite.
That would be the polite thing to do.
Okay, can we go
On
now?
that note,
Because I've run out of cheese sweets that I was sneakily eating
and I
behind
need more
the mic.
beer.
Yeah, I've run out
more
of
beer.
alcohol a long time ago, if you haven't noticed.
Yeah, I've run out of it as well.
That's why I double-fisted. I just ran out now. Yes, that sounded crude. But on that note, we shall bid you farewell for episode 19 of Big Red Barrel Geek Speak. I have been Lauren.
I have been Butts.
I have been Monica. Or you can call me Mon.
Mon.
Loads of people call me that.
That's
Mon.
new. Okay.
Nom
Or just
and
Monica.
come
No,
on,
Monica's fine. Monica's fine.
Nom nom.
Not
Nom nom. And we
Nom, nom,
bid
nom,
you
nom,
goodbye.
nom, nom.
Bye.
Nom nom Butts.
Nom Butts.
Okay, let's stop. I need to pee.
You and your ears are quite welcome for the podcasting goodness that you just heard. Why not roll on over to BigRedBarrel.com for more podcasts, news, reviews, and videos from the biggest, reddest site on the internet, BigRedBarrel.com.
Hello and welcome to episode 19 of Big Red Barrel Geek Speak, your place for all your nerdy needs on Big Red Barrel. Sorry, I'm going to start that again. I've been trying to do bloody tongue twisters all afternoon, and I figured out that I struggle with the 3 smart fellows because I roll my R's.
Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Shut up.